So hello guys, welcome back to another video. So guys, in this video we are going to take a look at the One UI and how to install it on the Galaxy S7. So basically, if you have TWRP installed on your phone, you can just install it by installing the rom.zip file given by the developer, which will be provided in the description, and link is there. So let's go with the ROM RAM. So this is the One UI. The Galaxy S7 has already received the two major Android updates, that is the Nougat and the Oreo, and no longer will be receiving the next Android 9 update for sure, I guess. So if we go into software update, as you can see, Galaxy update, although that is edited, that said like Galaxy Note FE edition. So if we go into software informations, as you can see, I am on the One UI. Let me just zoom in. One UI, one Android version 9. So to clarify, let me just put it. So as you can see, this is the Android P logo. So I'm gonna show you some more around this ROM. So this is the status bar. It is exactly the same as the One UI, and it is ported from the Note FE. Yeah guys, the same as the Note 7, but it was rebuilt to not explode. Okay, so they have the basically the same processor, so that's why it's easy for the developer to port the ROM from that phone to this phone. Okay, so going into the settings and going into connections, everything basically works except the VULD until you flash the CSV file from the Odin. And if you go into display, you get a lot of options. I mean, adaptive brightness, like this is a little bit of changed and new tech. Adaptive brightness, it adapts to your brightness automatically, and even if you don't want that adaptive brightness, you can adjust it to your preference and it will remember that preference and apply it next time when you were in that situation. Okay, so that's about it. And if we go, you can also have this night mode here, which on an OLED panel on the S7 looks very good, and it also helps to conserve the battery life. And let me just turn on and show you guys. So it's on now, the night mode is on, so I'm gonna click back, and as you can see, it is basically whole turning the theme black. This is basically the viewing area and this is the interaction area. This is the new One UI, and if we pull down the notification bar, as you can see, you can have the one hand usage here. There's no need to have two hands to use this device. Basically, if you slide down, you have every controls here. You don't need to reach on the top. So yeah, that's the whole goal of this ROM. So let's turn the night mode off. So yeah, so if we go into display, you can also see we do have a screen mode feature, which is the adaptive display, the AMOLED cinema, the AMOLED photo, and the basic mode. So if we go to basic, the colors are very dull, and they are not saturated at all. If we go to AMOLED photo, they are saturated but not at all. We go to AMOLED cinema, they are very saturated and good looking on the OLED panel. And if we go into adaptive settings, it automatically adjusts the colors according to the content you're watching or viewing on the screen. So if we scroll down on our adaptive display settings, you can find here the display color temperature. So if we slide here, it will be yellowish, giving a display a yellowish tint, and if we slide here, it will be much cooler. So let me just keep it in, and you can also click on advanced settings to bring up like RGB settings. You can see you can decrease the amount of red you see, and decrease the amount of green you see, and decrease the amount of blue you see. Okay, so that is it about the screen. And if you have also got this screen resolution settings. It's now on the FHD to conserve the battery life, of course, and you can also top it up to Quad HD, which is really good, but battery life is everything, guys. So the next thing is let me just show you guys. It is the always on display. So we have a new style always on display here in the One UI. So let me just close this, and there are three modes. So first one is tap to show, which means if you tap the screen once, it should be showing the always on display, but it doesn't work. I don't know, it is a bug or something, but it doesn't. And the second one is show always, which is the most used feature I have used right now. And the third one is show as scheduled. You can schedule the always on display when you want to show it or not. So I have got it on the show always option, and let me just show you. So yeah, this is the always on display. It shows the battery percentage, which is 24% right now. And if you double tap it, you can also swipe it and like play some music and stuff, as you can see here, like play some music. Yeah, So that is about the always on display. The fingerprint does work. This is the whole lock screen. Use fingerprint to unlock. You can swipe up, you can place a thumb, and it unlocks pretty fast. So that is about the always on. You can also set a reminder on the always on screen. So the next thing is, let's go to device care. Okay, so guys, the battery life on this ROM is pretty good. I mean, I am getting like 4 hours of screen on time compared to the 3 hours of screen on time I was getting on the previous ROM, which was like the stock Galaxy S7 Oreo ROM. So it is pretty good so far. And the camera, so this is a pencil, as you guys can see. So I'm going to click a picture here really good. So this is the picture. The quality is really nice, as you can see. There are many bugs in the camera application. So if we go to selective focus, it does work. If we go to pro mode, it doesn't, it just turns black. If we go into panorama, it doesn't works. If we go into food mode, it also doesn't works. Wow. So I think the developer will fix that in the next update. So this, if we go into settings, you can see here we have a lot of options for video. So rear picture size is obviously like the highest you have got, 12 megapixels. And if you go down, you can also enable the HDR or video stabilization. So there is a bug in the video recording, which is like if you enable the video stabilization, the OIS will not work, and if you don't enable it, the OIS will work. So I recommend do not turning on the video stabilization, and obviously turning on the HDR, because without that the photo will not be taken, because there is some bug that without HDR being turned on you cannot take a photo. Okay, so that is about the camera. Okay, so by the way guys, if you turn to video, you will have a full screen video. That is a little bit like, let me turn on the flash. Okay, so if, as you can see guys, this is a full screen video, which is not something I appreciated, because the stabilization is pretty good. As you can see here, the video is stabilized pretty good. You don't need any more stabilization in this video. It is pretty good. So yeah guys, that is about the camera. And if this is the call screen, you have got these three options here: recent, keypad, recent, contacts. So everything seems to be working pretty fine. There is no option, and of course there is dark mode, which you can also toggle it by the status bar. You have got this option here, dark mode. It will obviously turn everything black, like pure black, for saving battery. As you can see, it looks very good. So I'm gonna turn it just back off. Okay, so, and the Samsung applications does work. The S Voice, Galaxy apps, My Files are pre-installed, and you can install more Samsung applications from the Play Store itself. And there is no game launcher here guys, so because it was having some issues with the phone, so the game launcher has been removed from the developer. Samsung Health does work, your heart rate sensor does work, and the PUBG and all the games work pretty fine. The battery life is good, and basically the video enhancer doesn't work because it doesn't work in custom ROMs. So yeah, I don't think many guys care about the video enhancer anyways. So let me just go to settings and see you the next things. So as you can see, there is no software updater here, which is because of the custom ROM. And whenever you have an update, like this is on the V2 version, and if you go to V3, I think you will need to have dirty flash or like clean install, because due to your new base, like if you had a V1 of this ROM version and if you want to install a V2, you have to clean flash, which means just remove all the data and reinstall the file. So that is pretty messed up. I hope the developer lets dirty flash us. Okay, so guys, this is about the One UI, and you can download it from the link in the description. And thanks to the developer Killswitch for developing this ROM and porting this ROM. Thanks guys for watching, and if you like and subscribe, please do that guys. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed my video. Thank you guys.